What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the QPR career mode. We have another 5 games today, 4 of them in the league, and we start off with a game against West Brom at home. 70 minutes in we had the ball in the back of the net, but we were offside. Well, Adam Armstrong was offside. However, just 2 minutes later he made amends with a very nice finish, a really good goal as well, quick 1-2s between a couple of our players. And that finish was very, very accurate, quite hard to pull off as well. But yeah, look at this nice 1-2 here. Just creating that space. He did very well to get to the ball ahead of the defender as well, and to put it into the back of the net was very impressive. And on the 30-minute mark, Doku just ran through, and he got the ball onto his left foot and just smashed it into the corner. Left foot, right foot doesn't matter now that he has a 5-star weak foot. Defender could have probably tackled him though, right here. He could have put a foot in, but he might have given away a penalty. Who knows? We'll never know now because obviously time travel has not been invented. But yeah, we went in 2-0 up, deservedly 2-0 up as well. West Brom didn't even have a shot with all the possession they had. However, they did get a goal back in the second half through Jetro Willems. Pretty good volley from him. However, it did not matter as Chris Willock went on to get our 3rd goal of the game and restore our 2-goal cushion. I think this was just his first Premier League goal of the season, so he hasn't started off exactly quick, not showing the same form as last season. But luckily we have Adam Armstrong, who's been banging in goals. Doku's been doing pretty well. Cher's also been doing pretty well, so hopefully Willock can step it up. But anyway, here you can see my master negotiations. I did not back down. I got the 1.9 mil for Tom Carroll, who will probably be leaving us. Charlie Owens is going to be leaving us in the next window. Confirmation of the sale there. But anyway, our next game was a trip to Anfield. And my tactic here was to wear Liverpool out, because from my play career, I know they play constant pressure. They get very tired very quickly. So at the end of the game, we would be able to counter, hopefully. So I thought. They didn't start Van Dijk, and they actually brought him on late on, so my plan did go out the window, especially since we went 1-0 down through a Firmino goal. And then we missed an open goal. Willock did what I wanted him to, which is run through, but he missed his shot. Armstrong missed the open goal header, and Salah just a couple minutes later made it 2-0. So my plan could have worked, and probably should have worked, but unfortunately wasn't to be. But here, this was exactly what I was saying. Like, Armstrong just ran straight through Fabinho, and he put the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-1. Unfortunately, it was too little too late. There was literally like a minute left. Van Dijk was actually catching him there because he came off the bench. So Liverpool did kind of have a tactic, and we did not deserve anything from the game. We were terrible. But yeah, after the game, confirmation of Carroll's sale, so he'll also be leaving the January transfer window. Our next game was against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. This is a game where I was going to rotate the team. It's the Carabao Cup game, didn't really care. However, Man City played their full strength team, and shot here from Sterling against his former team. Probably should have been stopped by Lumley. Straight at him, pretty much, near post. He should be saving that. But anyway, we move. Again, wasn't too bothered. We were absolutely awful at half-time. City's defenders dealing with anything we bang at them. Kelman here had a rare opening, good turn. But unfortunately the shot did not have the necessary power on it, because he was not he was static, so he couldn't generate a lot of power. And Man City then went and scored again to make it 3-0. Again, a bit questionable from Lumley there. This ball went through his legs. Lucky 4th goal for City as well. Deflected right back into their path after a pretty good block, to be fair. It was a terrible pass out there though, but yeah, anyway, we were 4-0 down. We did have a chance late on. Peppel had the ball here, played it to Amos. I wanted to actually play that to Kelman, but I think it actually worked out better going to Amos, because he managed to get a goal to give us a consolation. Because realistically, we weren't coming back in 10 minutes with our second team against Manchester City's first team in a League Cup game. So we lost 4-1 to the 2 teams that made that legendary Aguero moment. But anyway, second last game of the episode against Watford. Interestingly, the last 2 games were actually against the 2 teams that also got promoted with us last season, and this is a chance to show us the progress we've made, because obviously we had very good games with them in the Championship. Like Brentford beat us once, we beat them once. We didn't lose to Watford in the Championship, but we did draw one of the games. I think we did win the other one. But we went 1-0 very early on against them. A pretty lucky goal, to be fair. But a goal's a goal, innit? And I do want to also mention, these two last games were so boring. Like, literally, I might put the difficulty down just so there's some more action in the games. However, we did manage to beat Watford 2-0. Goals from obviously Cher with a lucky goal, and then we hit them on the counter. Armstrong playing the ball over to Doku, took a touch and just volleyed it into the corner. Cycling goalkeeper could not do anything. Big shout out to Ben Foster. You know, he's seems like a pretty cool guy. And anyway, after that match, just before the game against Brentford, we had a youth scouting update again. We released a few players from our academy whose potentials had narrowed down to a range that was clearly not very not very good is a bit harsh, but just not up to the level that we want to see, I should say. And unfortunately, we actually got no new players to our youth academy. However, first half against Brentford, literally no chances happened. It was pretty boring. And the first chance came in the 80th minute, that's what I'm saying, where Doku hit the post. However, in the 88th minute we had a chance. Ojeda played through Cher and he put the ball in the back of the net. I was absolutely ecstatic. I was not expecting to be able to score in this game. It was so boring. It was like nothing happened at all. They had a lot of the ball, but whenever we had the ball they tackled us, and vice versa. But in added time, it was pretty much the last kick of the game, we made it 2-0, Cher getting an assist, playing it through to Armstrong, who once again scored his 7th goal of the season. This was in just 8 matches. He is the top scorer in the Premier League right now. Very good finish from him. And that was how the game would end. And we've actually had a very good start to the Premier League this season. Although the two teams who we've played that you'd expect to be high up, we have lost to. It was very narrow losses. And we beaten all the teams you'd expect to be in and around us. So, you know, I think we've started very well. Hopefully we can carry this on in the next episode.